I was totally blown away by the level of sophistication and thinking that was displayed in much of the entries. All the entries had tried to consider the questions really carefully, paid attention to the brief. I suppose what the immediate sort of criteria that separated the eventual winners from those that didn't make it into the book was the line in the brief that said, you know, awareness is no use without action. So you get a lot of charity advertising these days that's just about awareness, and this brief was a fabulous brief because it wanted people to act, to make a difference. So as a jury, we were very much looking out for that. The brief, as people know, was talking to people aged 14 upwards to about 24. And I think that work that was very much directed at that particular target audience, that was mindful about how those people might be acting, where those people might be in terms of being online, that was really important. So work that showed an understanding of the target audience and tried to be sympathetic to that or empathetic to that shone through.
Most of the entries ticked a lot of the boxes. I think there were some really great ideas that perhaps weren't explained as well and as clearly as they could be. So it took us a little bit of time to decipher. And I think you know, going into the real world, we have to be careful that we don't overcomplicate things. And I think, you know, getting something across quickly and succinctly is really, really important when you're trying to present an idea. So I think there were some brilliant, brilliant ideas, but perhaps they hadn't been communicated as clearly as they could have been.
You know what? You can never replace a bit of wit and humour and charm. So you got some ideas that were eminently very sensible, made a lot of sense, but they were just lacking that bit of creative magic dust. So when you've got an idea that is powerful, makes a lot of sense, and you think this could actually change behaviour at scale and make a difference, just don't forget to leave out the creative bit. Make sure that you've still got that great creative idea in there as well. So that's the advice I'd give people.
We've been struck by, one, how practical they are and how easy they are to perhaps implement. But also the level of ambition for us as an organisation, but also for the environmental movement. You know, we've reached out through these awards to that younger generation, and they've really inspired us back in terms of their solutions and the creativity that they've offered back. But the winners absolutely stood out all the way through the process. In terms of the way in which we can hopefully implement things, you know, going forward.